Hi guys, I'm back. This is the review of the Kuretake paints. I'm not really going to review these. I'm just going to add them in with the painting I'm going to do with the Gen Crafts paint that I have right here. I am going to unbox them in front of you. I love this packaging. It looks so cute. And I love the colors. And I love that it comes with a sketchbook. But I don't really use the sketch pad for the final artwork that I make with these two sets of paints. So yeah, I've been really enjoying unboxing videos lately during quarantine, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. So I'm going to take out my trusty blue handled scissors and I'm going to crack this open. I muted the original footage because I was watching Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters with the original actors, but I did that because I didn't want to get copyrighted or anything because of the Ghostbusters. So yeah, I am taking the plastic off of the paint, and it's really tightly wrapped on there. So one thing I noticed about the box is it's very matte and it feels really nice. I love the way it feels. And the sketchbook, I'm a bit concerned with the color of the paper. You'll see in a minute, the paper has a bit of a blue tone. I have seen people like put paint on this paper and it sort of just sits there. It doesn't really have a good flow. So we're gonna kind of test that with a miniature artwork on this, but I'm not sure how often I will use this paper because I have so many other amazing papers. And the Kuritakes right here are ones that I have had before when I lived in a different part of New York where I worked at camp, but they are still at that house. So instead of paying like even more for shipping, I'm just gonna keep them there, and I ordered a new set to have here because they're cheap enough and I love adding gold accents into my watercolors. And this actually has all of the pearlescent colors of Kuretake. I think they're all of them. If there are more, just let me know. They put a lot of plastic on this packaging, which I understand because of COVID right now. It's easy so that we can wipe down our stuff, which I did do before the video. So this is the golds, this is the pearls, and this is the gems. And I really do love the gems, but the gems show up far better on black paper. I just don't have any black paper right now. And gold is my favorite to add to wet watercolor and let it just do its thing. So I have all three of these again, and I can't wait to play with them with the artwork that I create with Gen Crafts watercolors. So on to the watercolors. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm not initially going to change the color palette. I'm going to keep it the same just for the sake for you guys so that I can keep it in the same as on the back of the box when I do the swatches. And as you can see here, it's a little hard to get out of the box. It's really tight in there. So I am a weird one. I love the smell of fresh new art supplies, and I love really nice packaging on art supplies. And this packaging, I was thinking I'm gonna save it, and I could cut it up, cut out the little watercolor things and glue it on stuff. But on the back, you can kind of see all the pans. I'm almost wondering if it's sort of see-through, because you can see the bottoms of all of the pans. And this is the top. It's confusing at first, but there's a little button that you press to open like you just saw. And in here you have a bunch of colors, like a bunch of colors. Some of mine were popped out a little bit, so I pressed them back in. It's probably due to the move that they went through. And I really don't like this color placement. I really want to change it, so I'm going to do that after the video. But for now, we're going to keep it the same. They feel really nice. And it comes with a sponge, and it comes with 2 water brushes. I do not use water brushes. and I really don't want to in this video. And the top here comes off, so you have extra mixing room. The way they have this is very interesting. It doesn't look functional to me to work for a mixing space. So I think when I use it, I'm going to take that off and use the underneath. But for now, we're going to keep it in there just for the sake of the video and to keep the video nice and short. So I'm popping this one out. I love the blue colors in this particular one. Look how cute they look. I really love that almost teal looking one. They don't come out. I love these things because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it in my Altoids tin that I painted. And they pop right back in there. And other half pans do fit in here. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take out the original colors and I'm going to use just one of them in my Altoids tin. So here is the back of the box, and with the color names, you can pause right here if you want to get the names if you can read them. But we're going to swatch them out here in a bit. So I do not really understand why it says premium watercolors. It sorta is like my other set that I have, my koi watercolors, just not as chalky. They're still chalky on some colors, but not as chalky. So I'm swatching out here. I have my water and I have my brush that I normally use to swatch paint out, and I'm going to start swatching it. So I don't really have a method for swatching. I did start out with skipping every other one to let the ones dry before I fill in the holes, but then that just took forever, and you'll start to see that I just start doing it all. And one thing I noticed about one of the colors when it bleeds into the blank square is it picks up very well. So if you make a mistake and it's still wet, you just take a piece of tissue or towel or whatever you're using. You can scoop that right up and it doesn't really stain the paper. I can't say that about all the colors. This is the color that does that. You'll see once I see right there. And then I'm going to take the tissue that I have onto the left side of me. And then you're going to see that it just comes right up. Right up. And I don't have a lot of paints that do that. And that's either a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends on how you like to watercolor. So for the rest of this, it's just going to be swatching. And I love watching swatching, so I'm going to swatch them all. I'm going to have some music going. And once we're done swatching, I'll come back with the artwork and talk a bit more about how I like these, dislike these, So enjoy the swatching and we'll come right back with the artwork. I did not know what to draw with these. I ended up going with an idea that I had last year, and I did do her last year as well. This is the same girl that I did. I was really obsessed with honeycombs last year, so this girl is a little different. She's in a very old-timey kind of gown with a very pretty yellow color and some floral prints on it, and the hair is one of my favorite hair colors, like a brunette almost. And what I end up using the gold Kuritakis for, I used gold and the bronze out of the gold, the Starry Night set of Kuritake for the honeycombs in the background, and you'll see that once I get the coloring. I never ever really include like the actual drawing of my artwork, but I figured with this video I'll do that for a change and see how you guys like it. If it makes it too long, if it makes it the right amount of time that you like to watch a video, let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to include me actually physically drawing the subjects a lot more than just going right to the painting of them. I used absolutely no reference for this. The only reference I used was the idea that I did last year, and it's an original idea. I used absolutely no model reference or anything like that. So that is my disclaimer for this piece, is it's 100% made up. It's not based on any one person, just someone from my imagination. Wanted to see how the idea worked together, and it worked really, really well in the end with the color choices. I did struggle a little with wanting to make the hair orange or make it brown, because I wanted to do complementary colors, so I ended up going with like a burnt umber or burnt sienna type of hair color for the hair, and I really liked how it came out. So that's all for that part. Again, you'll see once I get to the coloring part. Right now we are just sketching, and I'm using just a basic pencil with an eraser on top that I got from a local store, and the store that I used to go to before COVID is closed now, but they had a small art supply section, which was really nice because it was in walking distance. So yeah, I am now going on to the coloring. I used the Micron pen to outline because the Microns are waterproof, and I haven't really done an outline in ages, so I wanted to use a thicker outline than I used to use. So I really like these. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to find something wrong with them, but there really isn't anything wrong. There is some chalkiness in some of the colors, but I know a lot of them are repetitive, but I mean, I like the variety because some tones are hard to mix on your own. I mean, if you're a beginner, they are hard to mix on your own. So I think this is a really, really good beginner set to start out with. I wish this was around when I first started watercolor. My first ever real set was my koi watercolors, and I've had the kois since 2015, and they still hold up to this day. And my glow painting, the original, was originally a watercolor made in 2015, used with the koi watercolors, and she has since grown to this massive acrylic painting that is on my walls now, as well as prints and t-shirts, whatnot. I really branded her for my brand, but I love her so much, and I'm thinking of making this one into a print, a holographic print, but I am not sure yet. I have to see, because this one actually has gold paint in it, and I am not sure how that is going to render well with like getting printed, because it would be a holographic print with the same company that I use for all my others. But I'm wondering if the holographic part would actually make the gold like look gold. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming here while I color this. Like I said, for the hair, I kept wishy-washying around between a burnt umber or raw sienna, and I ended up going more towards a raw sienna, which is more like an auburn kind of a color. I love auburn hair. I've always loved auburn hair. I always wished I was a natural redhead, but unfortunately I'm a natural blonde. The only plus with that is that it's easy to dye your hair, and it's tempting to dye your hair when you're a blonde. But there's that. So the background, I decided to speed up because this video is getting really long. I used the turquoise blue that they have in here because it's a gorgeous turquoise blue that is very hard to mix sometimes. I think that's one of my favorite colors in this entire palette, and it paired really well with the colors of the girl and the colors of the golds that I used for the honeycomb in the background. So that's really all I have to say about this. I know I rambled on a lot. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all of your support on my channel. I can't believe we're at 90 subscribers. It still blows my mind every day to log on and see that I have 90 subscribers. I hope you like this video. Let me know in the comments down below like what types of videos I've done that you like the most and what types you want to see the most of. It will really help in future video making to make sure that I am making videos for your entertainment. And Michael Scott is going to be live here soon, so I hope you guys are excited for that because I finally finished him and took forever, but I wanted to take forever on him. But yes, we are nearing the end now. I am putting in the colors in the honeycombs. This dark one, the reason why I painted it dark undertone because I've learned that with the gold Kiritakis, you need to have like a sort of undertone for the gold to pick up on. So I do the undertone first with regular watercolor, and then I put the gold over top, and it's more opaque that way. Like right now I am doing the gold, and probably should have let them dry first, but I did not. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this painting. I really enjoyed the outcome of it, and I can't wait to do more artwork with these paints. So I will definitely see you on my next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I hope you are excited for the Michael Scott video because that will be live soon. And I love you all. I will see you in my next video, and stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. Alright guys, bye.